I'm at my local park right now and I want to talk because I just watched season 15 of the Real. I can't believe this, but we're doing this. I watched the season 15 of the Real Housewife of New York City, and Gaggy. I was wanting to save this video to watch the reunion first, but there's too much going on in my brain right now, and I gotta talk about it. So we gonna talk about it. There, in my opinion, there's a split in this cast. There's the women who self-proclaim they hate drama, can't deal with it, they hate seeing it, they get frantic when they're around it, and the second someone has a secret, the second there's tea to be spilled, oh, they're open ears. They're ready to hear it, they're ready to sit down, they want to be involved. What happened? Who did what? Who got pregnant with what? Wait, huh? Wait, I don't care about who. When there's something that has to do with them, oh, they eat it up. They love it. And then there's the second half of the cast that very much is aware that they're on national television and are ready to make good TV. And if that means recreating the whole of Mean Girls to do it, they're gonna fucking do it. And then right in between there's Uba. And then right there's sensible Uba. It's like, y'all are crazy. And it's like, girl, yes, they are crazy, but did you... To be fair, I do not watch Real Housewives. This is my first, besides the original Atlanta seasons, these are my first episodes of Real Housewives that I ever watched. So to me, I don't know if this is normal or not. Y'all, you Housewives people who are obsessed, and let me know if you think that if this is not a normal current events that happen, that people are just lying straight out of their teeth constantly, back to back to back to back to back to back to back, or whether or not this is weird behavior. It is weird behavior. It's weird behavior, period. But for Real Housewives, is this extremely weird behavior, or is this things that, oh my god, this sun fucking goes out now? I'm fully gonna have to move. Rebecca, they don't respect you. I know. And the thing is, the saddest, most frustrating part is, I feel like I see myself the most in Rebecca. I truly, because she's so sensible. She see how Bryn acts, and she's like, I'm not gonna entertain this. And because she's sensible, but when it comes to a show like this, Real Housewives, you can't be sensible because you're around chaos, you're around madness, and being sensible like this to people who are not sensible doesn't make sense. So now you look like a punk, and that's the thing, because I feel like I'm the most Rebecca. I'm girl, you're childish as fuck, but it's no, girl, you can't, you really, I hate to say this, but in a show like this, you have to stoop at that level. You can't be no, this is crazy, I'm not doing that, because it's now you look crazy. Now you look like a punk. Now you look now because you want to be sensible and an adult, which is very reasonable. You want to be an adult about the situation. Now Bryn feels comfortable talking to you crazy because you wanted to be the adult in the situation, and she doesn't have any sense of respect for you. It is. I'm not even gonna get to Bryn just yet, because truly, I don't know. I'm obsessed with her. I understand her, and yet I don't, and I hate her, and I don't understand how her brain works at the exact same time. She truly, this part, I'm I fully, I know this girl, because I do. Anyway, back to, let's keep going. Rebecca, they do not respect you, they do not care for you, I don't think, they might, some of them, I think most of them like you, but the important part is that Bryn doesn't like you. And because Bryn doesn't like you, you just have any sense of self-respect, then Bryn talks to you crazy, and now everyone looks at you crazy because you get talked to crazy by Bryn. And so now they're oh, okay, well, I guess she is kind of bottom of the totem pole. You can't be sensible in a space that is not sensible. These people are not normal. These people don't think normally. So you can't come to them with regular people, solution, problem solving, which that's what I'm oh, she's trying to solve, no, she's not. She was actually, no, I'm giving Rebecca too much, because what was that prank? Also, Rebecca, you were smart. That prank was smart. Being okay, context, Rebecca and Aaron, I will get to Aaron in 2 seconds, come up with this phenomenal idea to make up a lie about Rebecca and tell Giselle, yeah, I think that's her name, telling Giselle and Bryn this information and seeing who's gonna spread it the most first, right? So it's kind of like they don't trust either one of them. I think it's truly just Aaron doesn't trust either one of them and wanted to see. No, that's a lie. Aaron just wanted, fine, whatever. The plan was for Aaron and Rebecca to tell Giselle and Bryn a lie about Rebecca, so to see who would tell and spread the news the fastest. Truly, no one wants me to be happy today because the sun is fucking going down again. Anyway, and they do exactly that, and by they I mean Bryn. I mean, Giselle goes ahead and tells her mom, but like, it's her mom, like, who cares? It's her mom. She's like a single entity in her life. Like, go ahead, tell your mom, I don't care. But Bryn goes and tells every single person in that space, everyone in their friend group, the second. And Bryn does this beautiful thing. Truly, she's so maniacal. She does this beautiful thing where she goes, well, apparently, like, some people don't know how to close their legs, but you didn't hear anything from me. And they're like, wait, what? And they're like, no, I can't say anything, but apparently people can close their legs and people have sex with other people, but I can't say anything. I can't say anything at all. I like, you need to ask her, because I don't know. But apparently she got pregnant by someone else's man, but I don't know any of the details. You should go. And apparently that man she met isn't her husband, and her husband actually having. It's like, God, I thought you didn't know nothing at all. All of a sudden it's like you do everything. What the fuck? And anyway, so then Rebecca like masterminded this plan with Aaron, and so I think Rebecca's plan was to catch Bryn red-handed telling a falsehood so everyone could realize that Bryn is a liar. But Rebecca's issue is, rather than just going up and telling that story to Bryn herself, rather than being like, hey Bryn, here's a secret about me. I want you to know this one secret about me, and I hope you don't tell a single person. Then tell her the lie and see her spread it. And then when everyone comes to you and says, is this happening? You go, okay, see, told y'all, it was a lie. I just wanted to test whether or not she was trustworthy. But her biggest issue, and truly a lot of these women's issue is, I don't understand how you found one catfish, but you can see the twin, you can see the other half. You found the head of the snake, but you for some reason are shocked and y'all all blind to seeing the body of the snake, which is Aaron. Aaron is equally is in every way that Bryn is a liar and compulsive and just like it spills out of her mouth like spit. The same way that Bryn does that, the fact that y'all can clock that, what's her name, Aaron, is the exact same. You cut one head of the snake, bitch, there's another head. There was two heads. There's two heads to the snake. Bryn is a liar. I mean, no, yeah, Bryn is a liar. But also, Aaron is equally as much of a liar, and the fact that she's gone away with it makes me think she might even be more conniving. Because those two are peas in a pod. Birds of a feather stick together. What the fuck it is. Those girls are two in the same people. One lies, the other one knows about it. They can clock. But I was like, what is like season 14? Like, what was that dynamic like? Like, what did they do at that point? And so I went back and I watched season 14 to like see, girl. What am I? Oh, girl. This is in episode 1. Episode 1. After watching season 15, you go, oh, Bryn was like lying like this whole motherfucking time, because season 14 episode 1 Bryn goes in and she's like she goes to Sai and she says, as Bryn does with retelling every story, well, what she said, this is verbatim from Aaron's mouth. What she said is that you said, and then apparently you said, based on Aaron, you said, and she goes and she makes it 10 times bigger. And then Sai's like, what the fuck? Because Bryn tells Sai that Aaron says that she was eating her cheese weird, or when she presented her cheese, Sai made a weird comment, and Erin didn't like it, so Bryn goes to Sai and says, oh, Erin said she didn't like the weird comments you made about her cheese. And then they're like joking around being like, are we really fighting about cheese? And when they all sit down together for like the first time in season 14, which I think I don't know the history of the show just yet. I probably should have done that before talking about it, but that's not as fun. But when they're like all sitting down together, Bryn goes, no, I didn't say that. Sai's like, well, apparently you said, Erin goes, no, I didn't say that. Because Sai goes, apparently Bryn told me that you said that I made a weird comment about your cheese, or I was just offended at your cheese, and I wasn't offended about your cheese because I love cheese. This is Sai. And so then immediately, Erin's like, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about your cheese. But they're like laughing about it. Kiki Sai really doesn't give a fuck. But that's when she looks in the camera and she goes, Erin looks into the camera in her confessional. She's like, I don't have an issue with Sai. What I'm realizing is that Bryn is a liar. She just lies. She just comes up, she takes one side of the truth, and she takes it and she runs with it. And I feel like from that moment, Erin saw that in her, and she replicated it. She was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna do too. And that's when they became two peas in a pod. They literally could look each other in the eyes and be able to clock when one of them is lying. They lie to each other. Like, they're friends. I think that's why when Erin's like, me and Bryn in season 15, she goes, me and Bryn have like this kind of like connection. Like, we do so much for each other, but we don't really say it out loud. But I know she cares about me. That's when I was like, oh, like, you two really are one in this. Like, you two really are buddy, ki, kai. Like, because you truly are like you, game recognize game, evil recognize evil, good recognize good. Like, it truly is evil recognize evil, good recognize good, gay recognize gay. Like, they really see each other. They see each other. They know what the other ones do. The other girls haven't clocked it yet. The other girls still think they're very genuine, and when they tell them something, they're telling the complete truth. Erin and Bryn, when they look at each other, they know what the other one is saying. They know how. That's why I say Rebecca shouldn't have told Erin about this little prank to see whether or not Bryn was going to be a bad person, because they said themselves off camera, Erin told Bryn that it was all a lie. That's why she went to Uba and said, oh, Uba, it's a lie, it's a prank. That's why Bryn knew that, because Erin told her, because they see each other like that. When one lies, the other one's lying. They know. They're both playing the same game that no one else is playing with them, but they recognize each other. They see each other. Like, in Survivor, I hate to do that. In Survivor, the most recent season of Survivor, the winner, Rachel, was going against this girl called Genevieve, and they, even though they, like, on paper are very much the same person, the second these two saw each other in the camp, they didn't get along, they didn't like each other, and they were immediately gunning for each other, because once again, game recognize game, evil recognize evil, good recognize good. Because they see each other. They know, oh, you're playing the exact same game as me, and that is Erin and Bryn. And I appreciate it. I don't mind it. I don't mind the constant, like, lies and all that fun jazz. Like, that's not my prerogative, but they're good at it. Bryn, like, these two, because Erin will look you dead in the eyes, just like Bryn will look you dead in the eyes and say, if there's not even a moment where you see them might look away to think, to decide whether or not, should I lie or should I tell the truth? No, Erin and Bryn will both lie like this without even seconds to think about it. And I have to, like, you have to kind of applaud it at a certain point, because I've never seen, like, true, like, in real time mean girl stuff like that on TV in a while. Like straight mean girl, real life mean girl behavior like that. Because on TV you are being recorded. Remember in Selling Sunset when one of the twins' little girlfriends went to Chriselle and straight up lied while they were being recorded, while they were like in a discussion and the cameras are on them. One of the twins' little girlfriends lied about an event that happened in front of the cameras, and Chriselle like fully breaks the fourth wall, and she goes, "You know we're being recorded, right?" That's the part, because they're constantly being recorded. You can't really lie about things because, babe, all this is gonna be played back, easily played backable. Like, all this will be not only played back, but also put nationwide. This whole story, but. Regardless, Bryn, you might be a conniving liar, and I don't even know if you, I don't even know if you believe half the shit you say. At a certain point, when does a lie become truth? When does the truth become a lie? Bryn, you never know. But truly, you do look good doing it. No one can clock you for that. And I've never, as someone who is currently, I feel like a lot of people see this, but Bryn, I don't even she's good TV. She really is. She is I haven't seen a Regina George on TV so blatant unlike Bryn, and it's so satisfying to watch. I'm gonna be honest, because it's oh my god, because in my real life, short tangent, in my real life, I've been experiencing a Bryn for the past, como se dice, 4 months 4 to 6 months of my life, and it's been such a micro scale that I couldn't clock it. I was like, this girl's crazy. I don't know why I feel like she's crazy and everyone else thinks she's normal, but she's crazy. And I'm like, maybe I'm crazy because everyone else seems to be riding her dick, and then there's me. And man, seeing it on such a micro scale, on my laptop in my bedroom and binge watching the whole show, I was like, oh my god, no, this girl is exactly like Bryn. That's why all the weird feelings I was feeling is because this is literally what this girl was doing. Everything Bryn is doing, this girl was doing this whole fucking time. So seeing it all in a micro scale where I'm fully separated from the story, where I don't know any of these women, seeing that same behavior, I was like, oh my god. Yeah, she is a conniving liar. Every time there's a situation that happens, every time there's drama, every time there's a story, every time, this girl is somehow involved in it, but no one gives a fuck to confront her about it. No one cares enough to think that she's the issue. But somehow her name is always in every single story of drama that's happening. Giselle, those girls don't like you. Giselle, those girls don't like you. I don't know why you want to be around them so much. Those girls don't like you. You have people who actually do like you in that cast. Bryn is not one of them, and Erin is certainly not one of them. But Giselle and Erin do not fucking like each other. I don't know if it's because they're both trying to be Bryn's number 2. I don't know, because they'll never be Bryn's number 1. There never will be, because there's people who Bryn respects. Bryn respects Sai down. She might lie to her, but she'll lie to her to get Sai closer to her. But she won't say anything rude to Sai. She won't say anything mean to Sai because she likes having Sai close to her, because she respects her. She does not respect Erin. She sees Erin, and she respects Erin in the sense that they're playing the same game. But she'll say mean shit to Erin's face, and she knows Erin's not going to do anything about it. She'll say mean shit to Giselle's face, because she knows she's not going to do anything about it. She will not say anything rude or nasty to Sai, because Sai would do something about it. So she has a sense of respect for Sai. She has no sense of respect for those other 2 girls. And for some reason, they're both fighting each other to be her number 2. And it's and because you clock it, anytime one of them have an issue with Bryn, all of a sudden they're fighting with each other. What? when Bryn goes, because you start realizing that Bryn is just clutching at straws, trying to just have people she's so interesting as a person. I truly think I would love to be a fly in the wall with a therapist or a psychologist sitting with her and talking with her, because the way she plays this shit like a chess game, every time you think, okay, this is the moment where they're gonna realize that obviously Bryn is lying about this, they never do. Somehow the attention always changes. Somehow they always forgive her in like 2 seconds, minutes before she can actually apologize. She won't apologize for it, but all of a sudden it doesn't matter. She doesn't have to apologize because people have already accepted her apology. She didn't even apologize yet, but everyone wants her to, like, it's so wild. Anyway, Giselle, when Bryn goes, you glam a lot. Like, you post a lot on Instagram. Like, you have photographers, like, all the time. She's like, I had a photographer at my child's birthday party. What's your point? It was my child's birthday party. Yes, I had a glam team. Yes, what's your point? I like to glam. Yes, what's your point? And then when Bryn was like, oh. Well, it's just like a lot. It's like, because it's nothing. You know, you're complaining about nothing. You don't have a rebuttal because you're not complaining on anything sensible. There's nothing to complain about. The girl likes glam. She's a girly girl. What? Like, shut up. So, because Giselle's like, okay, she then jumps over. Her and Aaron start getting at it, and it's like, what the fuck are you two, like, going at each other for? It's so, like, because they don't like each other. They're around each other. Because when is the last time y'all saw Aaron and Giselle just hanging out? Just the two of them. No Bryn, no nothing. No one else. Just the two of those two. Never. Because they're not friends. They're friends because Bryn wants them to be in a clique. And they all enjoy being around Bryn. But the second Bryn's out the situation, when is Giselle and Aaron hanging out? Never. They're not hanging out because they're not friends. They're not. Anyway, back to Rebecca for 2 seconds because I had to make this point. Bryn does not like Rebecca. I hate this. But that's the thing about Bryn, is that she's so, like, this is why she needs to come back in the new season. Bravo, I'm going to hold your hands when I say this. This show needs her. It does. Because there isn't much to talk about. Once again, I watched season 14, the first, like, 3 episodes of season 14, because I wanted to understand how, like, the friendship dynamic used to exist before I started watching them, right? So I started watching season 15. Let me check season 14, see how it used to be like. There is a moment where the girls hang out and Bryn happens to not be there. The nothing sandwich these women are fighting about is insane. They are starting to be upset with Jenna because Jenna decided to leave their little sleepover early because she had a morning meeting. So then they're upset with Jenna now. Jenna, yeah, the source of so much drama. Jenna, the confrontational queen herself, Jenna. They are upset with Jenna because she wanted to leave their sleepover early. And Jenna's like, you're all adults. What are you upset about? And it's like, this is why Bryn needs to exist. Because even though Aaron is equally just as conniving and a liar as Bryn is, Aaron cannot hold the show on by herself. Bryn, she has enough nerve to do it. She does. She has enough nerve to carry this whole show on her back. And you know how I know she can? She did it the whole of season 15. Every time there was issues, it was something that she lied about for no reason. Just cause she wanted to give us as an audience a good time. And at a certain point, you have to kind of reward that behavior. And Bravo, I think it would be stupid. I think it would be idiotic even to not have this girl just come into season 16. I think it'd be crazy for you to drop her. I know people might not like her. Fair. People tend to not like liars, so that's fine. But once I found out she was mixed, once I found out she was half black, I said, okay, so this is my black Regina George. Because she is crazy. Okay, we'll get to her in Uva, because that truly is, like, bizarre. Like, crazy, cuckoo, crazy. Like, now, girl, you have... I mean, you me, as a friend, you've crossed the line a mile ago. Like, 10 miles ago, you would have crossed my line. But these women, you officially have crossed the line. You have to, like, apologize about that, because that was crazy. So I'm excited for, like, the reunion. Jenna is, like, really cool. Jenna's, like, who I I think like I'm most likely to turn out to be as an adult. I think I'm most likely to turn out to be a Jenna, which seeing her, I was like, yep, I'm fine with that. I'll be that, because I think she's so fucking cool. I think her apartment's really cool. The way she styles herself is really cool. The fact that she's like lesbian is fucking dope. Like, she's so cool. Not because she's a lesbian, just seeing an older woman who's so cool and also being a lesbian is like awesome. But that's really it. She hates conflict very much. That's what I'm saying. I think I would be a Jenna. I think I'm slowly turning into a Jenna. She hates confrontation. She hates fighting. But she'll tune in and want to hear the drama, of course. But she's also very kind-hearted, where she will like, she's the one who told Rebecca that everyone knew about her little secret, which was not a real secret, because she's very kind-hearted. Like, Jenna's like kind of too good for the show, but she serves the best look, so I don't want her to leave. Like, when she came, that Clueless party, I'm not even gonna spit. That was not a Clueless party. That was just a party to dress up at with Clueless decorations. But a Clueless party it did not make, because Jenna was the only one. Jenna and Sai are one of the only ones who really like stepped out. Especially the birthday girl. Girl, this is your Clueless party. You don't have a single like replica outfit from Clueless itself. You're picking everything from fucking Zara and Topshop to style yourself. That was crazy. That's just me. I mean, come on. When Jenna came in, also Jenna, I mean, the androgyny of it all. Jenna, like, with her tie and that blue suit and her hair was slicked back with the foam. Jenna's hot. Jenna's so hot. She's so cool and hot, and I want to be just like her, and I want to be with her. So it's very. She's one of my favorites because she's so fucking cool. Sai's equally as cool. Sai's like I want to be like Sai. Like, no one's gonna fuck with Sai because Sai can hold her own and she's smart like that. I can't even think about anything really notable like about Sai, which sucks now looking at it because I really like her. No, she has good talking heads. Sai's look great. Like, in all her confessionals, she really be reading these girls. She has the best talking heads, 100%. She really be reading all of them. She really do, and she really is like she's the most like level-headed of them all. Even like, yeah, I think she's like the most level-headed of them all, and she's able to like really recognize the situation. But if she ain't gotta put herself into a situation and it's gonna benefit her, let it happen. She'll let a situation happen. Who gives a fuck? Because who gives a fuck? Who cares? Okay, I'm back. I watched the Real Housewives reunion part 1, and I need to still talk about Uba. But before that, I want to start off by saying, this whole time I've been referring Jessel as Giselle. I did not realize it until I had to watch all the footage back. Her name is Jessel, not Giselle. I know a Giselle in my life, so I think my brain just sat in that and was comfortable with it. Either way, sorry for that. 2, I watched the reunion. It made me realize as to why I came back to reality as to why I don't watch Real Housewives or anything Bravo, to be honest, because that was a whole lot of nothing. And 3, I still want to talk about Uba, so we're gonna start off with that first. Like I said far at the beginning of this video, there's 2 groups of women in this like house. There's 3 actually. There's the women that hate and proclaim that they don't stand for the drama, but certainly do love to hear it. There's the women that know that they're on reality TV and they are very much playing into that role and being the Regina George, the Katie's, and the Gretchen that they need to be. And then there's Uba, right in the middle. Uba is so pure-hearted and so kind and too good to be on the show. But at the same time, she's so like very full, and it might be a lot. She's so like, just what you see is what you get. Like, she doesn't really have much filter, which is a good thing, but also could be like a lot sometimes when someone has like no filter. But she's also quick to like apologize for all that. And what Brynn did,
Now, okay, I said I'm not gonna watch the second reunion, but we have like that's what I hate about Bravo. Because anyway, so as I'm sure you know if you're watching this far into the video, but Bryn accuses Uba for knowing that she's been sexually assaulted and keeps making like referring as Bryn as kind of like making fun that making jokes that Bryn has slept her way into this job. She didn't make a joke. Okay, maybe she didn't do it right. She said, I don't know about you, maybe you slept your way into this job. And then, you know, which isn't any better. Like, you're still accusing her. Even if you're like, I don't know, maybe. Just putting that in the air, especially on camera, you have planted this idea in a lot of people's minds that she has slept with people. So that's where, like, Uba, is it funny? Yes. But at the same time, that's still like a very harmful thing to do to someone. But of course, when one goes low, Bryn will go lower. If someone is here, Bryn will go here. And of course, she then goes. And the moment when Uba finds out and she's like, this is what I mean. That's why, like, she's so straight. She's so pure-hearted. She's so, like, real that once the girls, but I can understand like this idea that you knew this crazy thing happened to this girl and everyone who you've been like kiki, especially like having Sai, and she says that even like for a moment having Sai think that you are that type of person, that could break your heart. To think that your friends for a millisecond were convinced that you're this type of person, such a rotten, evil type of person, like a rape apologist. Like, for a moment, to have your friends legitimately look around each other and think that for a second would be heartbreaking. It's like, but I understand all the, because, you know, if someone comes to you and says, this happened to me and this person knows about it, it's hard to be like, oh, did you really know about that? Like, it's so, anyway, especially, anyway, so Jessel telling Uba was, Jessel, that group is where you should belong in, because you're great with that. That was phenomenal. You telling Uba, especially when you are aware more than most people that Bryn will just lie at her butt. Jessel, you get your tens for going straight to Uba and telling Uba and being like, hey, just so you know, this is what I'm hearing. Because I'm shocked that a lot of the other women didn't do that for Uba. And then when Uba was like breaking down crying, watching like a woman who's so like lively and so bigger than most rooms that she walks into, she's so grand, she's so amazing. Watching a woman like that just like fully break. And the crazy thing is, rightfully so, in that situation, the second she sees Bryn, she cusses her out. Of course. And seeing it, you can't say clearly because they use like one of the cameras from outside. It's like just a weird camera. It's it's not the regular cameras. It's something observing from outside. And as she's like cussing Bryn out, Bryn like is like so, she like gets so small, she gets so she kind of like crawls into her own body. She like walks away from the situation. And then the most gaggy moment, truly, when Jessel and Uba leave and Bryn is left with the rest of the girls and they're all sitting in a room together. Sai's retelling the story. They're all sitting in one room together, and Bryn walks in and she starts explaining the situation that happened to her, and she clarifies that perhaps now that I think about it, Uba maybe didn't clock it. Maybe she didn't even know. And then all the girls are like, yeah. And then Bryn leaves the room, leaving the girls to all sit together. That was her, because normally she gets away with all this because everyone is separated. Every time people hear new things, it's kind of word of mouth. Besides the whole like prank situation, that's when they all were being told at the exact same moment. But watching like that all happen, and the girls really like, once Bryn like leaves the door, they close the door. As Sai tells us, they all like looked at each other and they all like immediately clocked that Bryn was lying, and that perhaps she's been lying this whole time. And the idea of like lying to a group of people, being like, oh guys, yeah, like, yeah, like trying to like put a band-aid over the wound once you see how like big your one lie got to you, and then walking out of that room, letting those people sit together. Letting them letting those people sit together and letting them conjugate together about like the situation that just happened, and then a couple minutes later having to walk back into that room and watching those people all like, she has to realize, oh, it's done. I like, but then the reunion, and she's not. She watched it anyway. I thought the reunion, she'd come in and be like, y'all got me. I lied. Yeah, you're right. I lied. But once again, this is me problem solving. This is me being like, okay, this is what I would do. But I guess as someone who like is so used to like lying as much as some of these women do, you have to just keep digging that hole and keep digging it, because I guess the shame of like apologizing is worse. I don't know. But maybe buy some Uber Hot, maybe follow Uber on Instagram, because she's just very great and kind. But Bravo, you need to do something about these reunions, because this reunion does not have to be a part 2. It could have just been 1. And the craziest thing is, the most maniacal thing is about Bravo, and that's why I don't watch it. Really reminded me why I don't spend my time watching these shows. It's because this whole reunion, every 5 minutes there'd be an ad, and you'd be like, okay, so in between those 5 minutes, they must be really good 5 minutes, right? No. They don't talk about anything. And the first like preview, when they're like, before the first commercial comes up, they're like, coming up on The Real Housewives of New York Reunion Part 1. And they show like a dramatic moment. And so you're like, okay, when I come back from the ads, I'm gonna watch this. No, shawty, you do not. It's all the way at the end. So you have to, it's so like, conniving is so evil. Andy, I'm looking at you. Fix that. It's evil, conniving, and I don't like it. Watching Bravo in real time, like not like binged or like on a platform. Watching it on cable was insane. I'm never doing that again. No, I shouldn't have. I won't be doing that again. But regardless, it was a great season of TV. So thank you to all the women that participated. Don't send these girls any hate. I know I said some crazy stuff about them, and they said, I said some crazy stuff about them. It's all lying games. I do not know these women as real people, so I'm literally just basing them off the characters that they're playing on the show. Don't send them any like weird comments or things, because once again, this is not real. It's not reality. Like, let's just, let's be nice. Let's be normal on the internet. How about that? Let's just all be nice and normal on the internet. Let me know what you think about like the season, and if you're gonna watch season 16. Who's your favorite? Your thoughts on some of the people, and yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. My name's Neo again. I never said that. My name is Neo. And if you'd like to follow me, you can check out like all my social medias. I mean, you watched till this end of the video, so you're clearly obsessed with me. So you might as well check out all my social medias. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and that's it.